What we're really moving toward as an industry and really as a country is attention-based marketing. The problem with that is either figuring out how to create, implement, and then review those processes consistently, or going the other route and just writing a monthly check to a company that's identified a need and then created a solution for you. So part of the challenge here, at least for our industry, is that we think that we need all of this technology to help us do our job better, or just do our job for us. And we start adding expenses here and here and here and here and here, and we forget to spend money marketing our properties. I have always been and always will be a proponent of spending my money that I earn from my business and all of my hard work on my properties to create more business for myself and my company. Very rarely do I spend money on my company to grow my company, because I can grow it through doing what I say I'm going to do, which is doing a really good job for my clients. Now, again, I'm not naive enough to think that I can grow my business the rate at which I want to by not investing in my own company. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people are so distracted with trying to figure out, okay, if somebody inquires about this type of property or through this method, then I need to have this very specific action plan full of a bunch of videos, because video is all the rage now. And I have to make sure that the content in that video is relevant, and I need to research how to, captivate the audience within the first 3 seconds of the video. Otherwise, I lose them. And in order to do that, I need to pay for this class. And in order to do that, I have to sell more. It's just this ridiculous cycle. And what's happening in the process, which I think, everyone's feeling right now, is that we as real estate agents are losing our touch. We're losing our salesmanship. That, to me, at least right now, is one of the biggest reasons why you're seeing all of this disruption in our market right now. Because that's really what we're talking about, is disruption in our industry. And guess what? It happens in every industry. Think of Blockbuster, and then Redbox came out. You guys remember, obviously, that you would go to Redbox and, you guys remember how that worked. You know how Blockbuster made all of their money, by the way? My mom. They didn't make money by renting out the, VHS tapes. They made money on the late fees. You remember that? My mom was the worst about that. I remember going to Blockbuster as a kid, and it's like $23 in late fees. Well, I guess we can't get that movie. Can't see The Sandlot for the 7th time. Whatever. But the point is that people there had a really hard time returning movies on time, and then they also charged to rewind the tapes. They made their month on late fees. But because the landscape for real estate companies is changing, we also have another dilemma. We have all these agents that get a few deals done that then say, hey, wait a minute, I've figured this thing out. I've unlocked the keys to success. I'm going to go create a real estate team. So now you have all these agents that have, in the grand scheme of things, very little experience creating real estate teams that are now becoming business owners, that are hiring assistants, figuring out how to do all these internal processes, manage people, recruit for talent. I've been doing that for a long time. We've got our stuff together. We've got a very well-run and oiled machine as it relates to the operations of our business. But it wasn't always that way. It took a long time to get there. You got to figure a lot of stuff out. You have to be business-minded to run a business. If you just want to be a real estate agent and help people, you don't have to have a ton of business acumen. Let's just call it like it is. You have to be a great people person. You have to be good at your job. You have to know how to negotiate. You have to understand the market. And that's about it. You have to follow the rules. But you got all these people that are creating real estate teams. They're creating businesses within brokerages, and they're getting so lost along the way and so bogged down with all the details that they forget to go out and sell the real estate. And because they're so bogged down with all these details, once they get a client, they're not giving them the attention they deserve because they're focused on the psychology behind the content they need to create for an 18-month video marketing plan that they're going to send to you, through an automated system to try and get you to respond once you inquire about a home for sale in Somerville. And the amount of time that it takes to create something like that is ridiculous. And I've got a full-time marketing manager. Most real estate agents, most real estate teams do not have a marketing manager. We're fortunate enough to sell enough real estate for me to be able to afford one. But he's sitting right next to me, and you're irreplaceable, buddy. Invaluable.
Join us for another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show next Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday morning at 10. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-345-1273. 843-345-1273.